Chestnut.
Hello, everybody. Here in Hilliard, Ohio, at Leaping Lizards, and on the internet. Welcome to Phygital Nights, where we mix the physical, bar atmosphere location with the digital world out there, so that people can enjoy and help us, laugh and choose a winner later tonight. But more on that to come. All right, so, let's kick back, drop the top, and let the bass rattle in the rear view, because we are back with Bad Breaks with Buster Chestnut. Whether you're grinding at the desk, stuck in Columbus traffic or elsewhere, or sorting through some bass cards, trying to find a shimmer of hope in the dark, cruel, cruel world, we're here to smooth it out. Now, before we get into the cardboard and the hustle, I got to talk about, my week, because the universe has been handing out breaks, and I caught a few of them, right in the teeth. Wednesday, I was on cloud nine. We had a great show here on Tuesday night. Had a great, great set of comedy, great interview with my friend Carrie from American Arbitrage Cards. But anyway, woke up on cloud nine, but, maybe slightly hungover. So I did what I needed to do, went through, started making some posters and flyers and whatnot. Then came Thursday. Okay. Thursday was my 15-year wedding anniversary with my wife, Satin. Mentally, I was completely checked out that day. I had planned this romantic gift and, possibly a romantic dinner and all this stuff. But, it basically ended up being just a romantic gift exchange with about 3.5 minutes between getting my 7-year-old off the school bus and dragging her ass to a Girl Scout hike. Then, after that, there was a troop meeting. By the time that ran so late, we basically had to audible our romantic anniversary dinner at McDonald's. Look, normally we're a Wendy's, Raising Cane's kind of family. So, the Golden Arches, that's high society for us. So Satin, she was thrilled and went to bed early. So back out on the push for comedy promotion. So, I swung by this establishment, dropped off some flyers, hung out, thought about doing karaoke, decided not to. But anyway, I ended up going down the street. I'm not going to say the bar. You're welcome, Amber. But anyway, I was promoting, passing out flyers, and there were these two women next to me. And I said, hey, do you guys like comedy? And I got hit with an abrupt no. I was like, okay, whatever. It was hold on, I'm getting a phone call. It's probably spam. Nope. Hey, Karissa, can you call Stephanie and see what the delay is? I can't answer your call. I'm not going to do that. All right. If you could reach out to her, that would be awesome, Karissa. All right. So anyway, I found out that it was, a mother-daughter duo celebrating a birthday. And, my face was apparently ruining that vibe. So I stood up, I walked away, and nearly walked face first into a literal brick wall. I look up and I mutter, holy fucking shit. It's Buckeye legend, MMA Hall of Famer, Mark the Hammer Coleman. And to my absolute shock, the hammer ended up talking to me for like 30 minutes, which, when I found out the birthday woman, was his ex-wife, the girl that yelled at me was his daughter. She is a spitting image of her dad's personality. Zero hesitation to completely body slam a stranger's confidence. She snapped at me. She didn't yell at me. I don't want her to kick my ass. Please don't kick my ass. Anyway, so I spent the weekend recovering, planning, cleaning, doing family stuff. So Monday, I figured I'd relax. I went down to the condo clubhouse. We messed around in the community garden. I mean, that wasn't the fun part. But, the garden's right next to the pool. So I decided it was a great idea to jump into the pool for the first time of this year, how to celebrate Memorial Day. Well, about 120 seconds later, I was right back out, freezing my ass off, just absolutely feeling disrespected. But hey, Monday, I also secured an awesome guest for tonight's show. But first, real quick, let's recap some of the sports, major sports topics this week. Wanted to give a big shout out to the winner of the Indianapolis 500, Felix Rosenquist, who actually raced for a local racing company. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's out of Pataskala. So, big props. Anyway, so moving on to the hardwood. Friday night, the Golden State Valkyries caught a bad break against the Indiana Fever, blowing a halftime lead to take a 90-82 loss, thanks to Caitlin Clark dropping her signature deuce. Finally, the NBA Eastern Conference Finals are over. It was an absolute bloodbath. Last night, Game 4, hometown Cavs got completely demolished at Rocket Arena, taking 130-93 loss to get swept right out of the fucking playoffs. Donovan Mitchell dropped 31, but the rest of the team might as well have stayed home. The Knicks are headed to the finals for the first time since 99, and the Cavs are officially booking tea times. All right, speaking of catching a break and taking a hit, my guest today, Michael, I do need your assistance coming up. Hopefully my guest is still in there. My guest today knows exactly what that takes. He is the king of the sweetest custom personal collection that, I can imagine, which I'm very jealous of. He is the mail-in master, a guy who literally got hit by a bus and is still out hustling the industry. Let's bring in Sean Gandhi from On Card Autographs. All right. What you set up, Sean?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. The bar can hear you, correct? All right. We can hear you. Welcome, Sean. So on our podcast, I like to talk bad breaks. Like you look at you literally last year. I was following along your socials and stuff. You were literally hit by a bus. Walk us through that and how you managed to build more momentum with your business while recovering.
Yeah, so it was it's about 10 months now. It happened in July of last year. And honestly, it couldn't have been any worse timing because it was a week before the National, which is obviously the biggest card show week of the year. It happened 2 days before I was supposed to go see Larry Bird. And that was about, $100,000 in orders that I then had to try and fulfill from a hospital bed, which was difficult. But
I bet.
To your point, it was a testament to how good my customers are. They understood. I would hope so, the situation. But I had a lot of help from I sent my dad to Indiana to go do Larry Bird for me, and he helped a lot. My friends helped a lot, and the agents took care of the pieces for me. But I think really what helped the most was just trying to do my best to get these orders done for the people who paid. And that was a testament to how, the customers really appreciated the fact that I was trying, and I had help, obviously, and everything ended up turning out okay. But I think that really gave me an extra push in terms of business trajectory, because of people seeing the results that I was able to put out, even while being, in the hospital. And then when I eventually came back home to New York, I still couldn't do much. And people were willing to wait, and they were willing, to wait on my updates physically before being able to start shipping out orders and sending pictures like I normally do. So that 2 month span was a big turning point for my, because I could have lost a lot of business. I really could have lost a lot of business there, and people took care of it, and they were willing to wait.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the hustle. I definitely have followed a lot of your work and appreciate the effort that you put into the service that you provide. But yeah, so you've been on an absolute tear. You've secured, a future private signing with Steph Curry. How do you pitch yourself to an icon on that level and build trust as a younger guy in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I did Steph back in January, which was an awesome experience. It's a story for another day, given how crazy that signing was, and how, the circumstances of how that went down.
Yeah.
But the the main thing is really just showing quality. Like, the motto that I built my company on is, I wish that I could do everything that I wanted to have done to me when I was the customer. And, that's basically it. Showing people, especially these agents that are willing to trust you to bring in a lot of money and a lot of items, and letting you into the room with, these athletes that are pretty closed, when they're not out in public. They just want to be themselves, and trusting a kid to get in there and not, become a fanboy, or do or say something stupid, or take videos when the athletes don't want to be filmed, stuff like that. Just showing the professionalism is something that's really important, and that I've really tried to do. And that's how I've been able to build relationships with these athletes and these agents at such a young age. Um, but really, it's just showing the exclusive rights holders, or the promoters, or the agents, or whatever you want to call them, that, you know I'm not just doing this for fun. Like, it is a business at the end of the day. Yeah, I do like to have fun, and, it's a lot. Being the young guy, I'm the butt of the jokes and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is a business, so you have to understand it from that point of view. And if that's what I've been trying to do, I have fun, but at the end of the day, it is a business. So I try and put that foot forward first, and then have fun after.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get it, but I do respect the hustle. Like, I wish I had half of the hustle at your age. All right, so I did preface that I was going to go here. So, let's talk about the internet's favorite dumpster fire for a second. You are a co-admin for the Facebook group Sports Card Nonsense, which ironically might actually be the exact reason that I got dragged back into the hobby. Shh! Don't tell Gio and Jesse. I said that. I don't want that information to get out, to the wide population. But seriously, how do you moderate that level of toxicity and chaos? What is the ultimate Sean breaking post? The one thing someone types that makes you just sigh, roll your eyes, and instantly reach for the band hammer.
Yeah, it's a team effort for sure. I'm trying to moderate that group. Like, I think we're at 458,000 people or something like that.
It's
It's the
ridiculous.
largest. It's the largest sports card group on social media, if I'm not mistaken. And I think there's a team of 8 of us now that run it. And obviously, when I'm in school and doing signings, I can't be as attentive as I used to be when during COVID and stuff like that. So it's a team effort for sure, and we all try and pitch in when we can, because there's thousands upon thousands of posts a day. To answer the second question, the ones that get me annoyed are when people ask, like, what did I do wrong? And it's just like, you know, when we decline a post, or we remove a comment, or something, there's literally a note at the bottom that says what rule you broke, or we type what you did wrong. So there's no reason to then make another post saying, hey, admin, can you please tell me what I did wrong? Or people will PM me and be like, hey, why'd you take my post down? And I get enough PMs as it is from my business that I honestly I just pass those along to the other admin because I don't have time to look at those, especially when it's not something that I did. And 99% of the time, the notes are there. You just got to
Yeah.
look, and they're either annoyed that it got removed or they didn't read the rules when they joined. So things like that, and then just plain like laziness that gets like people sometimes want to know the value of
Yeah.
their card, and I get it.
So
Like
many of those damn posts.
I get it. Like we all need to learn somewhere and learn the steps to take. And it's not to bash anybody that does that, but we made a post with exact step by steps on the what to do when you want
Exactly.
to look at the value of your card. And we do make exceptions, right? If it's a 1-of-1 or a really
Yeah.
rare high
Which
end
is
card,
I get that. I
right?
get that.
But
I've
when it's
never
like,
pulled a 1-of-1, but
like
maybe we'll get lucky here in a few minutes. We'll see.
yeah, I hope so.
All right. Sorry to cut you off, but I want to move on to the next question because this is something that makes me extremely jealous. All right. So your personal collection is legendary. All right. I'm gonna let you explain it. I had it in the question, but I'll let you explain your personal collection. But I want one question. Which was the most difficult athlete to track down for that follow-up signature opportunity? Go ahead and explain that if you don't mind.
Yeah. So obviously, I collect high end signed cards and memorabilia from the guys that I like and the guys I do signings with and respect. But as you mentioned, my main collection are signed 8x10s of myself and the athletes that I have personalized and inscribed to me. And I have, I don't know, probably like 150 to 200 of them now, just because I work with um, so many athletes throughout the year. And yeah, I just think they're cool. They're cool. That's one of the things I mentioned. I get made fun of a lot for taking pictures with these guys. Like, you know, Barry Sanders and I are on a first name basis, but I still take a picture of them every time I see him. Like, it's just something cool that I find and I can scroll through and just as memories. Because maybe one day I won't be doing this, and you go back and see like, oh look, I was cool with Barry Sanders back in the day. I don't know something, but to answer your question, the hardest one, um, would be Larry Bird, and it's not because he doesn't sign often. He signs all the time. I'm actually going to go see him in the end of July, right before the National. Kind of ironically enough, the exact same timetable as when I got run over by the bus. But the
Well, let's
the
hopefully hope that doesn't happen again.
I hope
Fingers
not.
crossed.
But the bird one, he doesn't do inscriptions, so it kind of took a little bit of courage. And I've worked with him probably 8 times now, almost 10 times, I think. But it took a little bit of courage to ask him, like, hey, can you personalize this for me? Just because he doesn't do them, and
Yeah.
the way his signings work, he doesn't say anything. I mean, he's nice, like he's polite. He walks in, says, "How you doing? Good to see you guys," but he doesn't say a word throughout the signing, and you actually get in a little bit of trouble if you talk too much, or because he's strictly business.
Yeah, and I've heard stories about him being, just good old farm boy,
yeah,
just down, straight ahead work,
exactly. He's not mean by any stretch of the imagination. It just took a little courage to ask him to do something that he normally doesn't do. And he did it, and I have two of them like that actually.
That's awesome.
And they're really nice. But yeah, that would be probably the coolest one. And just I think there's 3 players that I am unable to get because they passed away, and it's Jerry West and 2 others, I think. But out of like the 200 different individual different photos that I have, I think only 2 of them or 3 of them I can't get signed and personalized.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good ratio. And I am very jealous of the Barry Sanders. That is one of my favorite running backs of all time.
I'm going to see him
and probably Michael, are you a Barry Sanders fan? All right. The owner here at Leaping Lizard, he went to school and graduated from, I'm going to say that state up north because I can't say that. Anyway, and he's a big Lions fan, and he's a Barry Sanders fan. So I will give it up for Barry Sanders. He is one of the greatest, and I don't know, in my book, he's one of the best I've seen ever play. All right, so moving on. I got 2 more questions, and then we'll get into the rip. So All right. In mail-in private signings, what constitutes a true bad break? Have you ever, had a premium item lost or an athlete sign a multi-signed piece right over someone else's face?
Yeah. Just a side note, I'm going to see Barry on Sunday in Detroit. Such a nice guy. He's easily my favorite athlete to work with. But um, as far as bad breaks go, it actually happened this year. It was probably one of the toughest business moments that I've had in my life. There was a package going to a signing that I couldn't attend for a certain reason,
Yeah.
and it got lost in the mail, and that was it was a lot of money. It was high five figures worth of cards and a lot of a lot of money in autograph fees. It was a big name basketball player, and it's just part of the game. Like it's only happened once. Knock on wood, it doesn't happen again. But it's part of growing as a businessman. You got to learn how to mitigate the risks, and eventually there's losses are going to happen. Bad breaks, as you call them, are going to happen, and you just have to learn how to move past them. And luckily, like it goes back to the first question. Like my customers were really understanding. Like once you put something in the mail, it's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do about it. So if it gets lost, you just have to make it right. If you go dig into your personal what you think you want to happen to you if you were on the receiving end of that. And that's what I did. And then it's just kind of have to roll with the punches and build back up. But I think it actually helped my business because my customers saw that I was willing to go down and do that for them.
Yeah. And that's respectable. Being, a small business owner myself, which I'm not even close to your level. I just, resell cards and make content occasionally, tell some jokes. But I can understand, the business side of wanting to, make sure that your customers are well taken care of and, all that. But I can also see the other side of it being somebody that sent something in. Maybe it was something they personally ripped or, but I'm glad that you were able to try and make it right as best as you could. That's what we try to do, right? All right. One last question. All right. I was making sure you were still there. One last question. All right. You have an epic run coming up with the, as you dubbed it, the Summer of Signings. Give us the roadmap leading up to the Chicago National late in July, and what advice you have for collectors navigating the floor there.
Yeah. Well, starting this weekend, obviously, like I said, I'm heading to Detroit for 50 guys in 3 days. Barry Sanders being the headliner there. Then I have a little bit of a break in June, which is unheard of. A whole month without traveling is really nice, especially since I'm summer vacation. I can finally relax. But then July, we have Dak Prescott, Randy Moss, Fanatics Fest, which is going to be crazy here in New York, especially with the World Cup and everything that they have going on there. It's going to be nuts. And then, like I said, should have Steph coming up again at some point this summer. We don't know exactly when. He's a busy guy, and he deserves his off time too. For sure. I saw he was in like Saint Tropez or something yesterday or something like that. But when he comes back, we'll do a signing with him, and then the National at the end of July, which is, like I said, the biggest event of the year. And from the first year I ever went, I was not set up in the back like I am now. So I walked the floor like everybody else. My biggest pieces of advice would be wear comfortable shoes because you walk a lot and the floors are not forgiving at all in any sense of the word. You got to wear comfortable shoes. And then just take pictures of things because it's so easy to get lost. I mean, it's huge. Like
that's a good tip I haven't heard yet.
Yeah, like I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've been to the car show here at the Javits Center when I was younger, and it's kind of like that. But if you see a car that you like, but you're not 100% sure, you don't want to spend your money just yet, you have to take a picture of the booth number or the like the display case and the booth number. Otherwise, you're never going to find that again. Like I promise you're not going to find it if you don't take a picture. So those are my two biggest pieces of advice, which is wear comfortable shoes and take pictures of everything, and you'll. That way you can find your way back when you decide you want it or something like that.
All right. Well, yeah, that is some very good advice. I have heard the comfortable shoes before. I've definitely heard the wear fucking deodorant because
that too.
But taking a picture, you can't like me. All right, sorry. Somebody was trying to like me, and it's my show. Okay. So Sean, the chat is asking when. What was it? When? Here, just ask it. Here. All right. When are you going to be on again to update what you're doing? That's the chat question.
I don't know if that's up to me.
All
I
right.
think that's
Well,
up to you.
I
But
would love to have you back anytime.
yeah,
But
yeah, I'd be
first,
more than happy to do so.
first, we're gonna go through, and since you're Mr. Autograph Man, I'm gonna open a. All right, it's a lower end unlicensed product, leaf metal football. All right, which comes guaranteed with 4 autographs. All right, so I'm gonna rip them. We're gonna, go through. And I kind of, I'll try and show them on a camera. Maybe, hey, Michael, I might have you switch my camera to this camera so that Sean can help us judge these autographs that we pull. Okay, you with me?
Sounds good.
All right. All right. Did you switch it yet? All right, Sean, you can still hear me, right?
Yep.
All right. We were having a little, production. I'm a one-man show here. All right. Well, one and a half man show. Anyway, so wanted to show, quickly what we're ripping today. It looks like a fun product. It has 4 base cards and 4 autographs, one of which being an on-card autograph, which, all right, while I'm opening this, can you, explain what makes an on-card autograph cooler?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's really just as simple as the player actually handled the player actually signed the card that you have, right? Like whether it's a mail-in signing like what I do, or if you pull one from a pack like that, like the player actually signed and touched that card, which I think is much cooler than just a sticker that they signed by, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds at one time. And trust me, I watch them do it. It's just I mean, granted, the on card pack stuff is the same, but it's just nice to know that the player actually signed that specific card and not just a sticker over and over and over again, because it just seems like you have a more of a personal connection to that card, especially if it's one that you send in. Like that's your card that you sent in, and the player has the opportunity to actually sign it. And I try and take a picture or video of everybody's items so they have that added piece of connection to the item that they get back. So that's why I think on card autographs are cool, and that's how I kind of started in this hobby, which is why my name on Instagram is what it is, and that was my main collection.
I caught the last card on here, and I did finally pull a 101. We'll see what it is here in a second.
Nice.
All right, so I'm just going to read off the base cards real quick just so we can get through that. We got Brady Schmiegel. I'm not sure who that is. Malachi Tony. Caden Wetjen. Aaron Anderson. All right. All right. And we are starting to get the autographs, so give me a second. All right, so the first autograph that we're gonna pull is a LeJohntay Wester. I am not sure who this is. This might be a high school NIL player. All right, it's gonna take a second, but can you see the autograph in your view?
Yep.
All right, judging this autograph. Do you, would you give any notes to the signer?
It's actually not bad, especially for a younger guy who these guys, the younger players really don't care.
Yeah.
And now I can't. Yeah, there we go. The younger guys don't care. But that one's actually not horrible for especially
But
for
this is my critique. I have a better view. He does go off the sticker a little bit on the top. That would affect it, right?
Yep, it's not gonna grade a 10 if you choose to auto grade it. If it goes off the sticker or off the card, if it's an on card, it automatically won't get a 10, even if there's no blemishes throughout.
All right. This next one, once again, not familiar with this player, but at least it has we'll say an inscription of the number. So what does, adding the player's number do for you?
It's a differentiator for sure because most guys don't anymore. And it's always nice when it doesn't count as an inscription when they just do it as part of their signature. Because some guys will charge an inscription to do it. But it's not something like I said with the first one, you just don't see it as much with these younger players. They just want to do the bare minimum. So it's always nice to have a little extra on there.
All right. Yeah. All right. So one reason why I asked that is because I follow an Ohio State Buckeye cornerback. His name's Jermaine Matthews Jr. He's actually like a second cousin of my best man in my wedding. So I got to support the family. But anyway, he started off his career as 24. So the autograph I have is Jermaine Matthews Jr. 24, but now he's rocking the 7, which is, legendary for Buckeyes. But anyway, so, it adds a little bit of, interest to it. You know what I mean? When they change numbers like that. All right, so next, I'm just going to guess this is Ole Miss because of the color scheme, but we got an Austin Simmons. Let me get a close look. This might be our on card. Nope, that's still a sticker. I thought that was our on card, but that is the sticker. So, all right. So I think he goes to Ole Miss. Not sure, not really familiar with this guy, but that's a clean signature, and it's on the sticker. So
Yeah,
we like that.
Good.
Ooh, all right. Do we have any Cincinnati Bengals fans? We're in Ohio, by the way, Sean. So
yeah,
any Bengals fans out here tonight? Because I just pulled a Hall of Famer Bengals player, which, Jesus Christ. All right. I'm sorry for that expletive. You'll see why I said that here in just a moment, especially since you're in New York.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, Anthony Munoz. I was talking about the next card. You'll see in a second. Anthony Munoz. That's a beautiful autograph.
He's the man.
Guy that was trained in, cursive.
Yeah,
right?
He's awesome. I actually got stuck from the last show I was at in Chicago when it was that crazy weather. We were stuck in the airport together for like 5 hours, and we just spent the entire time just shooting the breeze. He's such a good guy, down to earth, and I just happened to sit next to him at our gate, and we just talked for like 5 hours. He's a great guy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Especially, coming from, we're in Central Ohio, so we got some fans of, Cincinnati, some fans of Cleveland, some fans of Pittsburgh, which I don't know what their problem is. Okay. So I told you I've never pulled a 1-of-1 before. And I just pulled a 1-of-1 of one of last year's best draft picks. A New York Giant.
Got to be Dart, right? Oh, Scat. There you go. That's awesome.
Scat,
nice
on
one.
card. I don't know the value of that, but that's probably definitely going to be for sale on Buster Chestnut card. Because I don't like the Giants. All right. So I'm going to wrap up. Sean, do you have anything else you want to promote or, bring up? I
mean, just my Instagram's in in my name right there. And then obviously I have my website, sagautographs.com, and that's where you can find all the upcoming signings if you're interested in getting some of your pieces signed. And it's just a cool little niche of the hobby that I've been able to carve out my space in, and happy to talk autographs with anybody. So appreciate you having me.
Hey, I appreciate you showing up, and especially last minute.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
really appreciate that, man. I am a little bit behind on getting the podcast updated, but I'll make sure to get this out before before the national. I promise.
Cool
All right.
deal. Appreciate
All right.
it.
Thanks again, Sean, for joining us for Bad Breaks with Buster Chestnut.
No problem.
All right, we'll be talking. All right, so that was a great episode, great interview. I'm sorry, I'm buffing myself up. That was a great interviewee, and I'm glad that Sean could take time and hang out with us. Hopefully, I can send in for a Barry Sanders autograph sometime soon. Okay, so we're gonna get to the comedy here in a second. I must admit, while you're doing your set, I am probably going to clean up my stuff. So just, while you're walking up, I may do that. But our next comic actually hails all the way from Clarksburg, West Virginia. She's a stay-at-home mom of 3. She turned her everyday panic attacks into viral comedy gold. You probably know her to millions, as on TikTok as Mama Chaos, the woman whose toddler literally tried to steal a baby at a grocery store. She has traded the minivan for a microphone, tearing up the regional comedy circuit and sharing stages with Kill Tony regulars. Before she gets up here, make sure you follow her online. Check out her upcoming tour dates, which I hope she will share later on this evening. But surviving motherhood one joke at a time, please make some noise for Miranda Arbogast.
All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Awesome, awesome. My name's Miranda. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 beautiful daughters. I know it sounds like a privilege, right? It's because it is a privilege. But so is yard time in prison. You know what I mean? That's where motherfuckers go to get shanked, right? I would feel safer in San Quentin than I do in the halls of my own home with those little fucking psychopaths running around. I had to take away their internet access because they were looking up tutorials on how to booby trap the house. Motherfuckers buttered my floor. I didn't even know it until I was flat on my ass. Right? Yeah. Did you know, by the way, that some back injuries can make you uncontrollably shit yourself? Yeah. Found that out real quick. And side note, my pants split open on the way down. So when I landed, I turned into the human version of the Nickelodeon slime cannon. All right. It was insane. I couldn't stand up because my back was hurting too bad. So I tried to crawl away, but the floor was slicker than shit. All right. Every move I made had me slipping and sliding. I was tossing feces across my house like a territorial monkey. I live in a double wide open concept trailer. By the time I got my bearings, it looked like my design inspiration was a Rorschach test. I haven't been able to have a house guest in weeks because I am still scraping dingleberries off of my fucking ceiling. All right? Fuck them kids. And I can say that because them kids have been fucking me up since day one. All right? They ripped my pussy in half. Yeah. Yeah. My entire southern border looks like an active war zone. The walls are blown out. The curtains are just flapping in the wind. I gotta fold that bitch up like an origami owl just so I don't come flopping out my granny panties. In the right pair of pants, at the right angle, I've got a bigger dick than my husband. Thank God he gives fantastic head, you know what I mean? So I've been with my husband for 14 years now. Thank you. Thank you. One of my favorite things about our relationship is that we are always playing with each other. Our favorite thing to do is to flip each other's titties every time we walk by. I am better at it than he is, but that's only because he has bigger boobs than I do. I know that sounds like a dig at my husband, but it's not. I'm just flat-chested, all right? He can't flip my tits because he can't find my tits. Nobody can. Trying to find my boobs is like trying to find a light switch in someone else's bathroom, you know what I mean? Just aggressively rubbing the walls, not turning shit on. All I have are nipples. Do you know how awkward foreplay is when all you have to offer is nipples? My husband turns me on the same way he turns on a gas stove. Just, yeah. You want to know why I'm so fucking crazy? Huh? It's because all I want is to be felt up in bed like a natural woman. But instead, I'm out here getting purple nurbles like a fucking frat bro. Stupid. Some people actually say they feel sorry for my husband because his wife ain't got no tits. Fuck them. If you're going to feel sorry for my husband about anything, it should be because he calls himself an ass man and his wife has hemorrhoids. Big ones. Talk about a pain in the ass. All right. Anyone here ever dealt with hemorrhoids before? Yeah? All right. Yeah, that shit hurts. It burns and it itches like a son of a bitch. I can't walk by a nice rug without wanting to scoop my ass across it like a fucking dog. Let me tell you something. Life with an itchy asshole is rough. Man, I took a mirror down there one day just out of curiosity. Worst mistake of my life. It looked like my asshole was sticking out its tongue. Just between that and my saggy vagina lips from birthing 3 kids, I'm all mouth below the waist. Luckily for me, I married a good kisser. So, obviously, my husband and I, we have a fantastic sex life. But with 3 kids running around the house, it can be a little hard to pull off from time to time. Which is why, as a parent, it is so important to always remember the golden rule. Double check that lock before you start sucking cock. You do not want your children, especially your daughters, walking in and seeing daddy deep throating mommy, all right? That is how little girls grow up to have daddy issues. Unlocked doors create whores. All right? So my time's almost up here, but I wanted to go over one last thing before I got out of here. I want to admit to something. Maybe you've noticed a little something off about me. Maybe you haven't. But I'm wearing a full set of dentures right now. I lost my teeth about a year ago because of a calcium deficiency, which is crazy considering how much vitamin D I get from my husband. But yeah, I'm wearing dentures, and these dentures are actually my second set. My first set, on the very first day I got them, were eaten by my dogs. True story, 100% true story. After that happened, I had to go months with no teeth at all, which really fucking sucked, you know? Like, it created a lot of fears inside of me. My biggest fear being a zombie apocalypse. Because if I get turned with no teeth, I'm fucked, right? Right. Zombies eat people. I can't eat meat without a blender. I don't know very many people that can fit into a blender. Do you? No. My best bet for survival as a toothless zombie would be for me to take my blender and go dumpster diving outside of a Planned Parenthood. Now, for some reason, that joke tends to piss a few people off, which I think is just stupid because it is a comedy show, you know? It is a joke. I'm not a zombie, obviously. And if I was, it's not like blending up fetuses would be my first choice, all right? It's plan B. I have been Miranda Arbogast. Sorry.
Thank you so much. All right, keep it going for Miranda. And if you haven't already, please follow her either on Instagram or where she's you're trying to go for 1 million followers, is that right, on TikTok? So follow her on TikTok if you do the TikTok thing. I actually made my wife follow her yesterday. So hopefully she gets some knowledge about parenthood. I'm not saying she's a bad parent. Never mind. I'm gonna get my words taken out of context here. I am sorry, Satin. I did not mean anything to disrespect you. All right, so we're gonna just keep things going. So keep that energy up. Let's hear some energy. All right, just to make sure you're paying attention. All right, so I am slightly narcissistic and like to hear people call my name back in a call and response. So when I say my name, Buster, I want to hear everybody in the bar say Buster right back. All right, 1, 2, 3, Buster. Thank you. You appeased my my ego. I appreciate you. All right, so we're going to keep the energy going. Your feature act tonight is an Ohio native who proves that surviving motherhood requires sharp elbows and an even sharper wit. She's an absolute sniper with the one-liner and has exactly zero patience for anyone's nonsense tonight. You can catch her dominating the stage over at Hashtag Comedy Club and other venues all across town. But tonight, she's here. So put your beautiful degenerates in timeout. So give it up for the incredible funny, the undisputed Karissa F Baby. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Buster. I'm a Crip, so I'm gonna call you Custard. It's like nah. It's like nah, I got on red. Hi guys, I'm Karissa. I'm Karissa. I'm super happy to be here. As you heard, I'm a sniper. But no, seriously, I'm just a single mother, and I just be bored. So, but it's like hard raising kids by yourself sometimes because like it's like you teach them lessons, but like you gotta like focus on the real important stuff. Like my kids cuss, and it's super like it's I don't care, right? But I got a call from school the other day, and I found out that my son called somebody a stupid ass. Like he was playing a game, like move with your stupid ass. And so the teacher called me and was like, was just telling me about it, and I was like, wait, I don't know what she was telling on, but I just stopped and said, wait, you called somebody stupid? That is unacceptable. So she was like, the teacher was very confused because I was very hung up on stupid because we worked on that. Now, the cussing aspect of it, I cuss like a sailor, so I can't I don't know how to tell kids to stop cussing when I'm telling them to shut the fuck up cussing. Like, I don't know how that works. My kids also just figured out how to use the middle finger. So it's interesting. They use it or whatever. They use it super accurately. It's so hard. So imagine walking through Walmart and your kid asks you for a bag of chips and you say no. This little motherfucker pulls up his middle finger. Like, man, fuck you, bitch. Like, I don't know. So I just got super offended walking through Walmart and I'm like, Rion, you can't keep using your middle finger to express yourself. That's not okay, son. That's my mom. That's my concerned mom voice. And he then put up a pinky. Right. So I then start walking through Walmart like, don't you put up another fucking finger. You better not finger another person. You better not finger me. You better not use a thumb, a pinky, a middle finger. Don't you finger anybody. So I'm going through Walmart like, no, son, don't finger. Yeah, and it was super. Imagine that, right? So I had to then explain, like, no, the middle finger. But yeah, it's too late. They finger everybody now, and super awkward. And I guess I told them that. But my kids, they're super sweet. I'm like I mentioned, I'm a single mom. It's hard being single when you have kids because you try to date, you're trying to find somebody like that'll be like a good fit in your life, right? And it's like I'm 30, I'm dating, trying to find people that are a good fit in my life. But something I can't get over that we don't talk about enough is like sex talk in adulthood, right? Like I prefer like real grunty, like animalistic sex, like that's because the talk is so fucking awkward. Like a guy asking me 10 times whose pussy is this, after the 10th time I'm going to say it's mine. I actually got it for my birthday, right? But that tends to throw off the mood. Like, stop asking. Or they ask you whose pussy is this, right? But you're going through a breakup and you're trying not to cry because you're remembering whose it just was. I hate sex talk. It's super stupid. I love sex though, right? Right? You gotta do sex to like stay alive and stuff. It's good for your health, mental health. But what they don't tell you about doing sex in your 30s is like I'm very gassy in my 30s. We talk about the knees and we talk about our back, but we don't talk about the gas. Like you really got to watch what you eat because it gets bad later on. So like I'm having sex yesterday. Just kidding. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But no, seriously though, I'm having sex and I put my legs in the air and I'm always super, super, super nervous because like what's about to happen? Is it a queef or is it just a fart? Like I'm super scared. I never know. Guys doing it real good, maybe a girl. But with that being said, when they're doing it, am I going to squirt or am I going to pee? It's like a very awkward position to be in because I'm not going to tell you to stop and you're going to get whatever I give you. It's like kind of like a sex Russian roulette, It's really so it's exciting here. Super fun. But yeah, about sex Russian roulette or nothing about it at all. I'm gonna move on from that. I recently got told by somebody that I had an underbite, and also that's a part of going into your 30s. I obsess over my smile, right? Because after you hit 30, I don't know what it is, your teeth really start teething. It's like they get Britishy. That's actually why I got a real job so I can get dental care. That's real personal, but neither here nor there. They told me I had an underbite, and I got real offended because I don't trust people with underbites. And it's not you per se, it's just your lineage. Because, yeah, people with underbite has incest in their family. So, like, I just don't trust people with underbites. And when I did my research, I found out that I actually have a crossbite. And what I found out about crossbites is like man eaters have crossbites, right? Like a lot of sharks and alligators and stuff like that. Like they have the crossbite. So yeah, right. So exactly. I got a crossbite. I got a good grip, okay? And I will bite a motherfucker if I'm mad. So I decided to not do the braces. So I'm embracing my get my crossbite and my natural man eater qualities, you know? Like the grip. With yeah, exactly. You get it. You're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm looking at this paper, but it's nothing really on here. It's it's just something I do. With that being said, I've been working at the salad bar at my job for a while. White people treat salads like the way they treat like dogs. You know, they're very important, and it's so funny because like a white salad versus a black salad is super different, but also like the love is still there. Same like with dogs, like dog moms like that are black and dog moms that are white. Like dog moms that are black literally treat their dogs as if they're human beings, and same as like white women, right? So they get their salad and I make it for them. And one lady told me, like, you know, you're the most efficient salad maker I've ever seen. And I was like, how many salad makers have you seen, ma'am? It was super weird. It was like the weirdest compliment I ever gotten, but it touched me because I knew she meant it, you know, almost like um oh, it's okay. I knew I was talking for too long. Um, but no, they really are emotionally attached to their salads as they are their dogs. This one time, a lady told me that, you know, I never felt like, actually, it was today. She said, I never felt like Alicia Keys made my salad before. And I knew she was just from small town Ohio and she happened to be at my job and she just seen a black girl with braids. And I swear to God, she said, I never felt like Alicia Keys made my salad before. So I mean, I don't know. Like I think she liked her salad or she was calling me pretty. But I'm gonna give the mic back to Buster because because that's all I got. I just said I have sharp elbows and I'm not taking anybody's shit or whatever he said. But thank you. But what was on the salad? I mean, it was carrots, black beans, romaine lettuce, and some chicken. And I just did it in a straight line. And she said, I never had a salad, never felt like a salad has been made by Alicia Keys. And I felt like she was racist, but she was trying not to be. And I looked pretty, and her salad was good. Yeah, I loved her too. She came back. She came all the way back to me to tell me she couldn't figure out the name. She said, "I never felt like I feel like I'm getting my salad made by somebody from American Idol." And
Stop there, bro.
And then I didn't say that. I'm working it out. With that being said, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. He's so great because you're helping me right now. And she left, came back, and she said, "It's Alicia Keys. I never felt like my salad was being made by Alicia Keys. This is a true story." Yeah. I'm turning into a joke, but thank you. Thank you, Michael. Oh my gosh, this is his show. Give it up for Michael and Buster, and you guys have a great time.
Thank you so much. Keep it going for I can't talk. Karissa F Baby. All right. So I used to take a pause at this time so people could refill their drinks, but we're at. All right. Gina's covering her ears. Can you turn me down just a hair for a moment? Just. I am, and I get that. I mean, honestly, I probably don't need a microphone, but we're here, and I need to broadcast to the online community. I have to respect the chat. But anyway, all right. So normally I would take a break, but I got feedback, and that is not how we're gonna do it tonight. So we're just gonna keep going. All right. So lizards, both in house here in the bar and online. Are you ready for your headliner? All right, this next comic is a powerhouse producer who runs half the comedy shows in the city, including Comedy Cure. So if I mess up this intro, which I already did, I might actually never work in this town again. She brings the unapologetic executive level energy to the stage. What do you do? You turned me off. You turned me off. All right. So let me get back, and I'll be less unhinged. I mean that the shoe fits. Oh, I do have a gong sound effect. Anyway, so whatever. All right. So she brings the unapologetic fuck you energy level to the stage and will absolutely write you up if you don't laugh loud enough tonight. You can catch her tearing up regularly at the # Comedy Club, the Attic, and basically anywhere else that has a microphone and good taste. But right now, she's our CEO for the evening. That's Chaos and Entertainment Orchestrator. Oh, you thought I meant Chief Executive? Sorry, that's me. So get on your feet. Let's make some noise for the undisputed boss, Stephanie J. Cash App.
Keep it going for Buster Chestnut. There's a theme here tonight because we're all moms. So Buster got a fucking type, okay? Buster has a motherfucking type, and it's all moms. I see a lot of women getting like lip filler for their upper lip. Have you guys seen those duck lips? Have you seen them? Everybody got some lip filler now, but I would like some for my coochie. Just fill it in a little bit. Just plump it up a little bit. So like this is a bombshell bra. Are you guys familiar with a Victoria's Secret bombshell bras? It's basically like this much padding. I have on more padding tonight than a drag queen, okay? And it's elusive because when I take somebody home, I take this bombshell bra off, and my titties look like deflated condoms. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens when your type is a mom. All right. But the upside is our first comic, she talked about how her kids split her coochie open. She talked about how her kids split her coochie open. But when your kids split your coochie open, they have to sew it back up, right? So really, I got a pussy tummy tuck. A pussy tuck. I got a pussy tummy tuck. That shit got sewed back up. Basically, I was like a virgin again. Okay. So all that being said, I feel better about my body because of some current events. Have you guys all seen like the Epstein files coming out? So no, I had no idea. I hadn't heard that. So we found out that basically all of the people responsible for the beauty industry and our ideals around like what is attractive are pedophiles. Okay. So for real. So now, like, if you don't like my fupa, I'm questioning your search history. If you are not in to my saggy titties, you probably went to Epstein Island. All right. If you don't want to stroke my chin hairs, you be fucking with little kids. All right. So now joke's on you, bitch. I am Stephanie Cash App, but you can also call me Stephanie EBT. I'm actually going to keep my envelope. You can call me Stephanie EBT. Do we know what EBT is? It's food stamps, right? I am currently on the market looking to buy some food stamps. Gas is fucked up right now. If gas goes up another $1, I'm gonna go from being an outside hoe to being a inside trad wife. Okay, if gas goes up 50 cents, I'm gonna be fucking folding this man's socks. All right, and knitting motherfucking blankets. All right. Who? Well, I'll find them because I'll be a trad wife. That will be my only job, is finding your socks. All right. I'm gonna be wearing a bonnet like Handmaid's Tale. Like I'm gonna be wearing a bonnet like Handmaid's Tale, talking about under his eye. Okay. Yes. And I need your hair as well. Cause that's another thing about getting in your 30s, your hair starts to thin. My hair starts to thin a little bit. I'm gonna need your hair too. We're gonna make a clip in. He's got beautiful hair. He has beautiful hair. Okay, so that being said, I am currently on the market to buy food stamps. What about the game that we did with your hair? You do have food stamps. I don't know. You should apply. You should try to get them. Okay, period. Let's do it. We're gonna have a cookout, and all y'all are invited to our wedding cookout. Okay. So I am buying food stamps right now, though. Before I become his wife, I am buying food stamps. My name is. My phone number is 614-965-3561. If you know anybody who's selling food stamps, send them my way. Okay. I also fuck with a booster, and I'm not talking COVID boosters. A booster is somebody who steals shit from a store and then sells it for a deeply discount price. Okay. So there's now a movie out called I Love Boosters. But I've been fucking with boosters for a long time, since before they were popular. Boosters, I used to work at Sally's Beauty Supply. Do you guys remember Sally's Beauty Supply? Has anybody fucked up their hair in a Sally's Beauty Supply? You have dyed your hair orange in a Sally's Beauty Supply. She dyed her hair pink. Did it look good? Did it fade fast? Because half the time bitches fucking dye their own hair pink, and then that shit looks like they dyed their hair with Kool-Aid a week later. You know what I'm talking about? A light pink. It wasn't a Nicki Minaj pink. Okay. I bet it ate down. I bet it was cute. Oh, she was 12. You were 12 in beauty school? Oh man. But yeah, so I used to work at Sally's Beauty Supply, and the boosters would come in and they would fill up a cart with flat irons, ceramic hair dryers, with curling irons, and it would be up to the ceiling, and you'd be like, man, I'm about to have a good sale. And then these motherfuckers would tear off, run out of the store with a cart full of expensive beauty products, right? And like, you can't chase them. You can't chase them out of there legally. So I would just alley-oop with my number, like, "Ooh, call me, Kobe." Okay, so what else am I going to talk about? Alarmingly, I'm a school counselor for elementary school age students. Yeah, give it up for me. I am an educator. In the last 3 days of school, I am dying. I am fucking dying. Okay, I am ready to be done. Yeah, so I love my students, and they are so amazing and resilient. But one day I had a group of them in my office, a group of fourth graders, and they're mean. Little girls are mean. And this little girl, she looks at me and she goes, "Miss J, your husband probably went to the military so that he could cheat on you. I was like, honey, that's not nice. Your daddy probably went to prison so he could cheat on your mom. Because fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck them kids, right? Like she said earlier, fuck them all. Actually, bitch, my ex-husband went to the military so that he could get disability benefits. How about that? Step your pussy game up, ho. No, but for real, now all them people who was yelling fuck them kids earlier, I am a mandated reporter, and you all, I'm calling the people on all of you, so sorry. Yeah, but so in my profession, there's a lot of school counseling posters. You guys remember this? So it'll be like a cat hanging from a dandelion. It'll be like, don't give up yet. You know what I'm saying? Or like choose to be happy. That you have that on your wall. I feel like that's your bumper sticker. That was a quick one. Oh, she remembered it from when she was in school. She said, obstacles are what you see when you take your eye off the goal. That's a good one, but I got some better ones, okay? Because I've started my own line of school counseling posters that will give more realistic advice, all right? These are all copywritten. You can't steal this, okay? You can't put it on. You can't put it on teacher pay teacher. So the first one, all the jocks are low-key gay. Next to an eggplant emoji. Okay. Second one, everyone should have a hoe phase. Right? More realistic advice. Also next to an eggplant emoji. Also next to an eggplant emoji. Commit felonies before you're 18. They seal your record. Also next to an eggplant emoji. Yeah, dude, we need to be honest with these kids. We need to be real with them, okay? So are there parents in the audience tonight? We got some parents in the audience. Do you guys have teenagers? No, but I've dealt with that. Okay, you've all grown. So you've had a teenager. 4 of them. Any of them boys? Okay, the teenage boy, useless. The teenage boys are the most useless evolution of human. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting for that part because mine is 18. Mine is 18, and I'm just waiting for him to glow up and get really good. But yeah, so I took my son to Canada because I wanted him to be worldly. You're supposed to laugh at that part because that's stupid. Why the fuck would you go to Canada? That's like next door, you know? Okay. I took him to Canada because I wanted him to be worldly. He comes I'm trying to sleep in. You know, this is my little vacation, okay? At the Marriott or whatever. I'm trying to sleep in. Now he's 6'1".
His voice sounds like he should be on NPR. He should be like a news broadcaster or something.
So I send him down to get me breakfast in the morning, right? The early morning whatever, continental breakfast. This motherfucker comes back 2 hours later. 2 hours later. Like,
Mom, I got you yogurt, but I put my hand in it.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with hand yogurt? I have seen your bed sheets. There's hand yogurt all over them. I've seen your search history. There's hentai all over that, okay? I want nothing to do with anything your hand has been in, near, or around. Get the fuck back in the car. We're going back to the United States of America so I can get some real Dasani, bitch, okay? Not Dasani. What's the yogurt called? Dannon. Rabani. Chobani. Dasani is water. Just so you guys know. And that's what my coochie be like. Dasani. Ah! I also have a 6-year-old son, And co-parenting sucks. Do any of you guys have to co-parent? It sucks, man. It's terrible. I put my son in flag football because I didn't want him to be a little bitch. And his dad just let him quit, right? But my oldest son was pissed because he was a football player. He was like, you know, your dad might be okay with that, but I'm not okay with that. We don't give up. We don't give up, right? We don't quit stuff. And so I started singing. I started singing Beyonce. I said, I'ma keep running because a winner don't quit on themselves. And my son got real mad and he was like, my 6-year-old, he said, Alexa, play quitting music. Man, and then the other day, my oldest son has to put him on the bus so I can get to work in time. And he said he was about to miss the bus. My oldest son said, if you miss that bus, I'm making you pay for my gas money to drive you to school, right? Yeah, right? And then my youngest son, he said, I'm tired of paying for stuff I don't like. I was like, me too, baby, me too. Because why the fuck I gotta pay for water? That shit comes from the sky. Yeah, so every time I'm get heartbroken, because bad bitches get sad, are sad bitches sometimes too. And every time I get heartbroken, I go get another degree. Every time I get heartbroken, I go get another degree. So with AJ, it was my associate's degree, okay, from Columbus State. With Pete, it was my bachelor's degree. I got a bachelor's degree in human development and family sciences from OSU. With Travis, OHIO. With Travis, it was my master's degree in school counseling. Bitch, if I date one more fucking loser, I'm gonna end up being the superintendent of Columbus City Schools. Okay. All right.
I would vote for you.
Yes. I don't think it's a voting thing. I think it's like it's more of a nepotism thing. It's more of a nepotism thing. But yeah, you can help me out. Okay, if I have a baby with another loser, I'm gonna be the Secretary of Education. Right? I think, you know, one of my friends got mad at me the other day because she was like, you know, I was like, I'm creeping up on 40. I might want to have another baby, but bitch. And she was like, what the fuck are you thinking? And I was like, how the fuck am I going to be in the White House as the Secretary of Education if I'm not heartbroken again? This is how I get shit done, bitch. This is how I get shit the fuck done, okay? I date a loser, start moving, okay? That's my process. How much time do I have left? 2 minutes? Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? That's what she said. Keep going till he stops you. But don't. That's what I say when I'm spending. That's what Karissa says when I'm spending somebody's money. She said, "Keep going till he stops you." Keep running that shit up till he stops you. Okay, hold on. Let me look at my notes. He's horrible. Kill him with fire. Okay, so we were talking about boosters. We were talking about boosters earlier. So if you guys know a booster, you're supposed to send them my number. Do y'all remember what it was? 614-965-3561. Make sure you send them my way, okay? But so the thing about boosters is that they have a short span of time in between when they go to jail. You know what I mean? They have a short window of being free, okay? So what I started to do, I started to pull up to Jackson Pike. You guys know what that is? If you know what that is, you ain't shit, okay? Because that is jail, all right? So I started to pull up to Jackson Pike. I pull up to Jackson Pike. I wait till they walk out, till they get released. I be like, bitch, get in the car. And I get them a pack of Newports, okay? I get them a biggie bag from Wendy's, all right? And I give them blunt. I don't even smoke weed. I'm like, come on. And then we go straight to Target. Okay, you're allowed to steal from Target because they ended DEI. You can't steal from here. This is a regular business, but you can steal from Target. Okay, fuck Target. We pull up to Target, and I'm like, okay, I got a list of shit that I need that I don't really want to pay the full price for. First of all, I need probiotics. Okay. I need name brand probiotics. I need the name brand fiber. Okay. Because I got to keep this regular. All right. And last but not least, I need the expensive ass pH balanced coochie soap. All right. There's a theme here. I need my coochie. If it's gonna be ugly, all right, if it's gonna need a little bit of filler, at least it's gonna be balanced in terms of pH. All right. I've been Stephanie Cash App. Please follow me, Steph_J_Cash on Instagram. You can see me this Monday at Spill House in Franklinton. You can see me on Juneteenth at the Art Museum for Color of Summer. And I just got confirmation that I will be on the Columbus Comedy Festival August 28th. So please go follow me. I got a lot of great stuff coming up, and I'm looking to produce some this summer. So have a great night. Give it up for Buster Chestnut. Follow Karissa's OnlyFans.
I feel like my wife would not approve of that. She would probably. Maybe we'll discuss that. Hopefully, all right. Comedians who perform tonight in the showcase, just an FYI, let me know your availability for June 19th through the 21st. There may be like mid-set, hosting sets. Let me know. Which brings me to my next point. We are running an open mic competition called Road to Lizard Palooza. Lizard Palooza is a food and music and now comedy festival that Michael and Leaping Lizard, and it's sponsored by Gallows. Sponsored by Gallows. So the food is going to be top notch, and then we're adding a little comedy in between. So the winner of the open mic tonight gets a $25 gift card to the Leaping Lizard and a spot in our finals on June 16th. And the winner of the finals would then win a $100 gift card and a paid 5 to 10 minute, guest, stand-up comedy set, depending on your schedule and our schedule and all that. So it's definitely something worth fighting for, and I believe we only have like 5 or 6 people signed up out of the 10 available spots. So if you're within a half hour of Hilliard, Ohio right now, you still have time to get down here and sign up for the open mic. We are going to take a 10-minute be right back potty break. But before we go, anybody that has a full glass, please raise it right now. We're going to cheers our executive producer, patron of the arts, Steve Merrick. Steve, which I am trying to make it so that he is going to be here at his table using his bar tab for the finals on the 16th. And I'm working, fingers crossed, I'm working on a really big guest for the podcast and for, the finals. Something along the lines of a champion. Hopefully schedules align. What about the drink thing? Oh, yeah, sorry. Everybody's got their drinks now. Ready? On the count of 3, we're going to cheers to Steve. 1, 2, 3. Steve! And I haven't said it tonight, but I always like to give a shout out to Garage Beer. They don't pay me yet, but I hope they do soon. We love you, Kelsey's, and my guy, Matt Subel. Clip that. All right, so we're going to be back in about 10 minutes. It might turn into 15, but don't sue me. I mean, I'm a one-man show production. Thank you to Michael tonight for helping out with the production, being eager to learn my software and applications. But the public doesn't need to know that. And I will be back later to bitch about technology a little bit, just because, I got to. All right, so can you hit the be right back screen when I say so, and then hit like just some music? I don't give a fuck. Anything in the music. All right. We're good? Speaking of hot girls, my buddy. No, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to promote that show right now. Anyway, we are back with Phygital Nights. If you are just tuning in, this is an experience unlike any other. We start off the night with a podcast called Bad Breaks with Buster Chestnut. And I am him. Have you heard that phrase? Everybody in here is really old, so you probably haven't heard that phrase. But I am him. Except for, our exquisite, young, and lighthearted bartender, Gina. Tip her tremendously because she is the best. And fun fact, if you're in Hilliard and need a drink that includes a muddler, come down here to Leapin' Lizard. We're on Cemetery Road. I don't know. We're going to be open for a little bit longer. Until 2:30 or until Gina kicks everybody out. But she likes earning tips. So if you're going to tip, well, come down. Come down and hang out. At this point, we only have 5 people signed up for the open mic. So that needs to change. So we're going to adjust some, set times. So all the comedians at this point are going to get 7-minute sets. Okay? So that's a little bit of an adjustment challenge for our comedians. But that also gives you time to get down here to Leapin' Lizard. Because, 5 7-minute sets, by my calculation, is what? 35 minutes? Right? Hey, mathematicians in the audience, that's 35 minutes, right? So if you're within 35 minutes of Leap and Cemetery Road in Hilliard, Ohio, come get here. Sign up for the open mic. It's looking weak at this point. I mean, not by ferocity of the comedians. I meant weak by like signage. It's half full. I'm just saying the list it's either half full or half empty. It depends on the psychology that you choose. But anyway, so we're going to get things going, or not going, but continued going. And remember to vote for your favorite comedian tonight as loud as you can at the end of the night. And, asterisks, whatever, you have to be here to accept, by the way. I did not tell you that at the beginning. But anyway, we're giving away a $25 gift card, care of Bailey Digital Media. If you're not following us, please follow, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever platform you're on right now. Please do that. We're really close to a couple milestones, and we would like to get that support in that community. But anyway, so the winner of tonight gets $25 and a booked set on June 16th, which is another Tuesday, Phygital Nights, where you'll compete in the finals for, a chance for a 5 to 10 minute paid set at Lizard Palooza, which is June 19th through the 21st. So there is money to be had, and it's in this envelope, which is right in my pocket. If you want to win it, you need to either get the votes, get the cheers, or fight me, which I don't think you want to do. All right. So we are about to bring up our first guest, or first guest, Jesus, our first performer for the open mic competition. Somebody that accidentally, opened for me last Friday night at hashtag. But that's a whole nother story, and I might get into it later. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. But anyway, let's bring to the stage somebody who, enjoys some comedy. He enjoys some sports and maybe, biopic or two. Let's welcome to the stage the one and only Waterboy.
Thank you, man. Gene, can you hear me? You good? You guys want to know why they call me Waterboy? They're gonna turn me up a little bit. So that's gonna cut into my set, so you guys aren't gonna be able to figure that out. No, I'm not gonna tell them. I actually work at a water bottling factory. That is not why they call me Waterboy. It's just a coincidence that I worked there and I applied there. I didn't do it for the bit. But that's not to say that that's not the reason why they hired me. Although during the hiring process, none of them were kind of like, "Oh, cool, we're hiring a stand-up comedian." The vibe that I got was more like, "We're hiring an exotic waterworks expert." So an exotic waterworks expert. Yeah, I think. See, I was figuring if everybody else was paying attention. See, that's the thing, and they hired me for that. They're like, we don't know what this guy has for skills, but we definitely need him on our production line. My management is actually very unhinged. We had to have a meeting the other day about why it is a bad idea to catch a forklift with your hands. I just had to ask why this course was necessary or why this meeting was needed. And my HR director fired off and said, it's a reaction. It's like when a knife falls off your kitchen countertop and you try to catch it with your hands. I was like, what John Wick Jet Li bullshit are you pulling off at home where you're catching flying knives through the air with your hands? And so I was like, well, so does that mean instead of catching the forklift with your hands, we should roundhouse kick it instead? Because when a knife falls off your kitchen countertop, you back up. When a forklift falls over, you run for your fucking life. So I actually, I got injured on the job the other day. I hit my head up against the machine. I actually busted my head open and it started gouging, and blood was gushing down my head. I got a concussion, actually. In between me going from there off the floor to my break room, I actually ran into my GM, and I told him, I said, look, I feel dizzy, I feel nauseous. I think I might need to go to the hospital. And he looked at me and he said, are you sure it's not because you're wearing that hat? And I was like, oh, thanks, boss. That feels a lot better. And blood just keeps coming down my head. So I actually think this newer generation has a serious gambling problem. I texted my younger cousin the other day, and I was like, hey, yo, I'm coming over. And he will text me back, bet? And I said, on what? And he said, on God. And I was like, well, that's a fair bet. But then he responded, no cap. And I was like, yeah, that's because you spend it all on gambling. My dad's actually a musician. He likes to, thank you. Most of his crowd is just there for the bathrooms. So he actually he brings up his childhood a lot, his upbringing, because my grandpa was actually pretty brutal, or as my grandma would put it, grandpa was a bit of a butthead. And my grandpa actually forced my dad and his sisters to practice music and instruments after school, just so that way the one day they would be famous. And so this meant like they weren't allowed to have friends. They weren't allowed to go outside. So like complete isolation. But I have to tell my dad whenever he tells us, I'm like, well, Dad, you know, I got to give Grandpa credit where credit is due. He knew one of you was going to be a musician, just didn't know which one. He's a visionary. But my dad will always bring up, you know, when he was younger, he was never allowed to make friends. And I go, Dad, you're a famous rich musician now. Go fucking buy friends. I didn't get the light yet, so I want to try these zingers. So actually, I'm moving to or tried to move to a cul-de-sac until I saw a sign that said no outlet. And I told the realtor, how the fuck am I going to charge my phone? Cisgender, more like big brother gender. Yeah, we'll work on that. You guys think the worst part about having OCD is if your penis slightly curves to the left? My therapist told me to start planning ahead. I was like, so pick up 2 vapes this time? You guys ever wonder why Johnny Appleseed's race isn't up for debate? Is because he wasn't throwing out watermelon seeds? I don't know. I wanted to try that. Some guy tried to tell me that they called Coca-Cola because they put cocaine in there. And I was like, yeah, right, man. And they called Sprite because they put little fairies in there as well. Just, again, I have nothing against the LGBTQ IRS plus community program. I'm just saying that your pride flag is in representation of the gay and queer community. If that's true, then why are the lines on the flag straight? I read a news article that said one person fatally injured in a crash between cyclists and a car. And I was like, what are we supposed to guess who won? My house actually got broken into recently. He broke into the window and he broke my back window. And I asked the officer, I said, why the hell did he break both my windows? And the officer looked at me and he said, well, he needed a way in and he needed a way out. Anyway, I've been Waterboy. You guys have been great. I appreciate everything. Give it up for your host and everyone have a wonderful night.
All right, keep it going for Waterboy, everybody. And by the way, Waterboy, make sure that you subscribe and follow Bailey Digital Media because I have a jersey with your name on it. Literally. Well, not literally. It says Bobby Boucher. Anyway, so we're going to keep this open mic. Oh, no. I lost my cap. No cap. As the kids say. Do they even say that anymore? I got caught up in the whole 6'7", like fighting that shit. Anyway, we're bringing up our next comedian who is gonna, go for about 6 or 7 minutes. Oh shit! Sorry. The bourbon might be fueling Buster this evening. And if so. If you would like to be like Buster, PSA, don't be like Buster. But if you enjoy bourbon, come check out Leaf and Lizard. They have a delicious bourbon selection here. And, you don't have to take my word for it. There's a little Reading Rainbow joke. Anybody's old enough to fucking get that. All right. But anyway, we will entertain you for the next 6 or 7 minutes. For the ever wonderful, ever talented Caleb Burgett.
Yeah. Give it up for Buster. Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh, fuck it. I don't like that. I don't like that shit anyway. Yeah, one more time for Buster. He's a cool. He's pretty fucked up right now, but you know he's saying shit. He's saying shit like no cap. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? That's cool, man. Leaping Lizard. I've never been. This is a nice place. Sounds like what an old guy does when he hangs out with a lady or something, or some reptile crotching. All right. Let's see here. A little bit about me. I was play a lot of sport. Yeah. What the fuck? I mean, yeah. How much have you had drink tonight? Holy fuck! Was it 4 beers? Gotta cut her off. Can't do that. Can't deal with that. That's cool. But no, I grew up in I play a lot of sports. Grew up in a small town. I don't know, like when you play football in school, like you're really close with the cops for some reason. Like they want to watch you play. They want to get to know you know. Well, they were telling us stories. Like one cop was like, "Yeah, I pulled up in this one car. There was this car. There's this minivan that was shaking." And I was like, "Uh-oh." And then sure enough, it was like 2 kids fucking. And yeah, that's pretty much all that happens in Nashville, Ohio. So yeah, or meth or whatever. Yeah, Buster knows where the meth is. Yeah, for sure. Walter Dumbledore over here or something. I don't know.
Gandalf the White.
I was combining 2 cool white characters, Walter White and Albus Dumbledore. So. I don't fuck with that witchcraft shit, dude. Like, I got hey, it's jokes. No, fuck Harry. Oh, you gonna cast a spell on me, mate? Oh, you gonna fucking do that? Oh, nah. I understand. You know, we got our independence from like from these and now they're trying to take over. That's not cool. All right, glad we covered that. All right, cool. All right, yeah, go do some meth. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. I'll do it. That's what a meth would say. I'm just saying. I'll do meth. I've been clean for 2 hours. It's fun. My first friend was my grandfather. He was a racist old bastard, but he was cool. We used to play basketball all the time until he got sick and died or something. But he didn't show up one day. It's cool. He's playing basketball with Jesus now. Jesus handled that cross, but I wonder if he can handle my grandpa's cross. All right, cool. Crossover. All right, I need to work on that. Now my grandpa's cool. My she's cool too, but she's interesting. It's like because like when I'm watching a basketball with her and she's like complaining about how there's only one white guy on the court, and I'm just like, Grandma, do you want to win or not? It's ridiculous. Like, I don't want a bunch of dudes from the Hamptons, that like, oh, you had a nice childhood? Yeah, you definitely quit for the NBA. No, you're not, dude. What the fuck? Like, if you didn't see somebody die, you're probably not gonna play pro ball. I'm just saying, like, there's just no one's gonna go in there and recruit you. No one's gonna go to a cornfield and be like, yeah, I'm gonna find a fucking 6'9" black guy that can dunk on these guys from Kentucky or something. Yeah, his parents are loyal. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's got a good. All right, cool. I miss playing basketball, man. even though I've done most of my shooting in a school. Thanks. Yeah. I miss playing football as well. It was the only time I had fun using protection. What's the difference between JFK and Lincoln? JFK got way sloppier head. Fuck her. Fuck her. She's dead. I don't give a fuck about this. Everybody in these jokes are dead. They'd love it though. Oh, Caleb, I do love your jokes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's not what the comedian can do for you. I don't know. Can't do it. 30 seconds. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Buster. Thanks, Buster Nut. I appreciate it. Let's let me think. How about USA winning gold in hockey this year? That was pretty cool. Yeah, USA, man. That was cool. I thought it was hilarious. The Canadian teams got stuffed animals, like what there's it's like what a bunch of fucking losers, dude. That's crazy, you know. Like it's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take a fucking, oh yeah, no problem. Oh god, oh good. Oh, oh yeah, sure, I'll bend over to give you the light there, bud. Oh yeah, no problem. I'll light you there. Oh yeah. Did it come with a stuffed animal? Oh no. If I get fucked by the greatest country in the world, it better come with a stuffed animal, bud. I tell you what. You know, hey, meet me outside. I'll teach you something. These streets are hard, yo. All right, cool. Big Canada crowd in here. Hey, you know, you gotta be nice to your neighbors. You fuck your neighbor's wife. You say sorry, bud. All right, you don't. Yeah. Hey, you ain't coming over for dinner tomorrow night? Let's talk about it. All right. Well, my name is Caleb Burgett. I'm going to be doing more shows in a place called Asheville, Ohio. Can I tell a little quick bit about it? So Asheville is cool. It's so back when I was in 5th grade, this guy played a senior prank on the town and climbed up to the top of it and taped over the H and made another S, so it spelled Asheville for a whole day. And so now when you Google Asheville, that's my hometown's water tower. So this is a legit business we're building here, obviously. So yeah, come on out. I'm gonna try to schedule some shows like once a month ish, I would say. But yeah, come on out. You guys have been great. Here's Buster Chestnut. Thank you.
I got you. With the assist, Jordan for 3. Okay, so we're going to keep things going. All right, full disclosure. This next performer is ineligible to win tonight. But I hope you still enjoy his comedy. So do not vote for the next performer, even though he's fucking hilarious when he wants to be, or you know, when his ADHD doesn't fucking overtake reality. So let's please welcome to the stage one of the lizards, Michael.
You guys have taught me to be on my feet because I wasn't even ready to come up here. I usually come up here to kill time because nobody else has signed up. Oh, I have notes? Gina. So I gave up notes because I found out, at first I saw comedians. I've been through this huge experience of having comedians in here and doing the live streaming. And some of the really good ones, they got notes. I'm like, what? Wait, we can have notes? Like I could take notes and shit and like and refer to them while I'm doing it. And then I've seen other comedians come up here and just slay it and just like come up here and just talk about shit that they think is funny. And so I've been trying to go both ways. And I don't mean that in the sexual way. And if you watch my set from last week, it gets very detailed about why I don't go both ways. I'm not going to get into that, but now I need to refer to the notes because you guys might be thinking about last week. You know what? How many kids you have matters, right? So there was a comedian, and I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with names, but and you're like, I have 1 or 2 kids. That's not fair because if you have 1 kid, you already know who did it. 2 kids are just going to blame each other. 3 kids, it starts to get a little dynamic, right? And it depends, even if they're like boys, girls, whatever, the kids have like this plan to try to divide mom and dad to get what they want, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. Sometimes it's just to get ice cream. And my wife and I, we were nerds. I have to preempt this. We're Gen X, and we were nerds. We're not normal parents. We got, obviously, we're that lost generation. We got into doing whatever the fuck we wanted and didn't pay attention to anybody else, and everybody's pissed about it. And at least that's what I've figured out, right? Like, is that about right? Right? Gen X, they're like, look, you guys created fucking technology and advanced the planet for humans, but no, fuck you guys because you didn't do anything for the politics of America. And you know what? And I'm starting to feel really bad about that because it's gotten a little crazy. I don't even give a shit what direction you're going in at this point, but I do know that I've gotten really good at finding how fucking hilarious everything is when you start to think about it. But what's going on? So if you don't think about how funny it is, it's because you're caught into one of them, right? Like a football team, right? And you ever watch like a girl watch a football game, and they're like, I like the orange team, right? They're not so invested in the team, so they're getting funny shit like, what's that? And like the guy's butt and all that stuff. So like what you see, government's a lot like sports, what you see nowadays anyway. It's not inspiring, at least to me anyway. Again, I'm Gen X. I had to preempt that. Remember, I've been in technology most of my career, and doing technology stuff, and not into politics. And again, that's why everybody hates us right now. And I think it's because they thought, well, if you guys were to get into politics, you guys would be amazing. Anyway, I got to digress. All right. Because, once I start thinking about stuff, see, Buster knows once you get up here and then you give me a microphone and I start thinking, God damn it. I mean, fuck, I've been on the planet a long time. Of a particular perspective, I've had many brains. And this particular brain has done a really good job of tuning into like everything. And the girl things I know that I have to share with you guys and raising girls. And these things that, like, if you haven't had many brains, I have a way of sharing it with you in a way that's going to make it hilarious. Because some of the things you're going to hear, you don't want to. And you need to learn to love the things you don't want to hear. And this is weird because it applies to, like, all spectrums of whatever your awareness might be. And I hope you listen to yourself. I hope you wake up every day and your inner voice is not something you're trying to drown out. Or I don't want to hear it because it's not what my friends like, or it's not going to serve my superficial, like, anyway, I'm starting to get a little deep and I know everybody doesn't like it when I do that. But the funny part is, if you do listen to yourself, every moment has a hilarious reflection on something that's trying to manipulate you that can't. Because when you got you, it becomes hilarious to be like, wow, really people buy into that. And like, no. Anyway, that's where the funny stuff comes in. And you know what? It's funny because anyway, I got funny stuff, you guys. You know what, Alec, I'm gonna blame you, both of you guys, for getting me off topic. Both of you and yourself. So I mean, so when I was younger, I was a young kid. I went to medical school. I was really young. I didn't know what Doogie Howser was, but I was in medical school at 16. I got busted by the FBI hacking shortly after that. My whole life fucking changed. But this is like late 80s. So my perspective is going to be a little bit about that. Every time I get to get up here and have time to share with you guys some of the craziest fucking shit. And I knew the light was coming, Alika. See, I knew it was. I felt it. We haven't even talked about like, watched last week about like what I learned in Southern California about homosexuality and the difference in the way it applies to the guys in Ohio. And next week, we're going to talk about a little bit. I had plans tonight, talk about other stuff. And then tonight was all ruined. And I think it's because we had some really good comedians in here tonight. And I want to thank Miranda for coming 3.5 hours from fucking West Virginia to come here tonight and share funny shit with us. Not only that, she was hilarious. And oh my God, it was fucking amazing. So if you guys have been watching this stream, she's one to watch. You know, I always wonder, I'm like, man, you came 3.5 hours. You must have something really special. And she did. She showed up. She was amazing. And I want to give her some props. It was worth it. She was so good. I think her kids felt it. You know, sometimes I do my wife so much, her kids feel it. You know, and I walk out of the bedroom and go, bam, we need a trophy for tonight. Hey, if you guys don't like it, move out. Get you your own place. Anyway, I went too far, right? Am I done? See, I always have weird shit I'm going to fucking share, Josh. Or Buster. Sorry, Buster. Hey, I love you guys. Keep coming here. Keep sharing your funny shit from your life experience with us. And I promise you that we're a part of this whole new alternative media. And we will get you in front of a lot of people and give you a chance to like get some fans and share your funny stuff. I love all of you.
All right. I'm going to dap myself up. Yeah, in honor of Michael. All right, so real quick, just a reminder, Michael is ineligible for our contest. And I hate to do that, but I cannot pay you for your own festival. I'm sorry. And speaking of that same regard, the next performer who is also ineligible but still very funny, very personable, and one of my good friends now. All right, we love you, Amber. Once again, ineligible but very funny. Give it up.
Well, I don't know if you know this yet or not, but I don't do this for you. I do this for me. It's my therapy session, just so you know. So, all right, tonight I want to talk about something that is like very important to me. I'm kind of a legal buff, right? I love watching shows about law and watching the Supreme Court and all that kind of crap. I think I actually have a problem. But tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is like called precedent. And most of these laws come from precedent because at one point in time, there was some legal ruling that decided that, well, you know what? We should make it a law so you can't walk down the street backward eating a donut because a dumbass is going to fall in a manhole and kill himself. So, I mean, there is such thing as legal precedent. And so we have to be respectful of what's happened in the past and make sure we don't let people do the same stupid shit again in the future. But there are some things I have to question because, like in Illinois, it is illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket. I mean, I guess it'd be okay in the front pocket. You can put it in your breast pocket if you have on a jacket or something like that. You could stick it in your ear. You could probably put it up your butt, but nobody would even care because as long as it's not in your back pocket, it's not a crime. I'm just saying. And then also in Illinois, there's another law. This is crazy. I don't even know where this kind of precedent could come from, but it's like illegal to whistle underwater.
What? Underwater?
It's illegal to whistle underwater.
Where?
West Virginia.
In West Virginia.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense, dude.
And also, just so you know, if you guys ever have to fly out to Arkansas, this is super important because you know how TSA is nowadays, right? They're watching us. They're going to make sure that we all American citizens and shit. So, but if you are flying over Arkansas, make sure you close the windows on the airplane because it is actually illegal to view moose from the plane. So if you happen to be flying over, what do they even call a herd of moose? I don't even know what is that called what's a herd of moose? I know like a group of lizards is called a lounge, and then you have like a bunch of fish, it's called a school. Yeah, like I know that, but what the hell do you call a bunch of moose? Is that still a herd? I don't even know. That's a herd. But what's a bunch of moose? I don't know. It could be called something weird like a ganglion or some shit like that. I don't even know, man. It's illegal to look at a ganglion of moose if you're flying over Arkansas. That's a stupid freaking law. This is based on, is it a herd? Okay. You heard it was a herd? All right, cool. Well, I heard it was called a herd. So a bunch of moose is called a herd. There is a $25 fine for flirting in New York. So I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all go and fly into LaGuardia and you hit the hotel bar, don't you be flirting because there's a $25 fine for flirting in the state of New York, which I don't even know what the precedent for that was. Maybe some prostitution or some crazy shit like that. This illegal law, I think they made just for me, which is why I don't live in North Carolina. It is illegal to sing off key in North Carolina. And I know they would ban me too. And in Indiana, there used to be a law, and I don't know what precedent this is based off of, but there used to be a law that it was illegal to bathe between October and March. Can you imagine? Maybe that's why Indiana doesn't have the highest population levels. I'm just saying. It's illegal to bathe. Maybe they made exceptions for showers, I hope. Otherwise, I'm just saying that's some stinky shit right there. Okay. On a positive note, though, in Arizona, they made a really good law. And we got to give them credit. We got to give Arizona props for this. In Arizona, denying water is a crime. You cannot deny someone water in Arizona, which it's a freaking desert, of course. So go Arizona. One logical rule that is I mean, it makes a difference. But back to the craziness in Minnesota, you cannot cross state lines with a duck on your head. And so I'm wondering now, why would okay, first of all, who's going to walk around with a duck on their head? And then you're going to cross state lines with the duck on your head. Did somebody like have a duck under their hat or something? And then all of a sudden the duck caused some kind of nefarious scene that made it was like the duck went crazy and it like super packed everybody's eyeballs out or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Where did that even come from? I don't even know, man. Ducks. It was abducted. Oh my God, Jay. All right. In Michigan, and this law they made for my husband, Michael, they made this law for you, but we don't live in Michigan, by the way. In Michigan, women are not allowed to get their hair cut without their husband's permission, but I'm totally going to get a bob here soon. So suck it up, Buttercup. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Guard. Thank you, Columbus.
Yeah. I'll just take it. I got it.
You got it.
All right, keep it going for Amber. We love Amber, but once again, Amber is not able to win this competition tonight. So, if you're in the chat and you enjoyed Amber or Michael, give some love because we appreciate it. Just know, let it be known that those votes are ineligible. But we are getting back to the competitive side of our open mic procedure with our next comedian, who we're giving, like if you haven't noticed, we're giving everybody 7 minutes tonight. You still have a few minutes to get down here and sign up. If you're within, let's say, 15 minutes, if you're within 15 minutes, get here. You have a chance to win. But I'll put the name in the chat of our next comedian. But let's give a warm welcome to Hilliard for a newbie who has not been here before. A friend of mine from open mics. Let's welcome Sean G to the stage.
Oh, jeez. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Okay. I froze for you all. That's like a pose. I guess I could do that. Oh, no. I like this. Yeah, no, he knows. He's talking about how I look like Andy Dick. Anybody, if you notice that? Anybody else? Does anybody else have any celebrity lookalikes that people call them? Hey, look, you don't? Are you sure? You ever seen Game of Thrones? You look like a few people in there. I'll let you Google that or look it up later. She does a lot of research. Came here to this open mic because I didn't know where I was going. I know you were recording. I'm so nervous. Not really. All right. No, but yeah, I get tired of being looked or called that I look like Andy Dick. I don't like it because, think about it. If you were told you look like a celebrity who got caught finger banging himself in the back of an Uber while his daughter was in the back seat, you don't want to be that person. Let's see. I'm sure you all have heard of these people, part of the... Oh, it's okay. No, it's all good. Y'all can do whatever you want. Just a gay queer over here. I'm getting so pissed off right now. I'm kidding. I had to pull out my Andy Dick voice. I hate Andy Dick, man. I should be getting paid off of his royalties everywhere. Oh, the guy who's... I'm buying I own everything. That one, this one. The Donald is here. I want to talk about the gay guy trying to be me. Not a good comic, I think. He looks like a real terrible person. Probably does bad things to people. Just, you look, he's a small guy, little guy. There's no way he's big enough to take me down. But to speak on Donald Trump, I wish Donald Trump would have taken the Caitlyn Jenner route. Come on now, you know what I'm talking about. Bruce Jenner is still Bruce to me because he's a bitch, okay? But he had the operation, all these things. He's the most ugly woman I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you can't put any more spray paint, makeup, plastic surgery on that to make that look pretty. And that's the face. Think about the beef stuff down here. More like beef stew. I'm just saying, I don't know about it, but it's scary as fuck to think about it. And I think the reason why Bruce went this route is because Bruce and Epstein knew each other, so you know what that means. Very simple. He's been sucking Donald Trump off. He was on the list. I don't know. So Bruce is on the list, but Caitlyn is not. See? Donald Trump. Donald Trump could be called Donatella right now, and we'd be like, oh, she's just minstrel. She's just minstrel. Bomb Iran. We're going to bomb Iran right now. I'm so pissed right now. You are going to not want to impeach your first trans president, do you? He would ride that wave all the way home. A third term would be easy as fuck. And it's all because the LGBT people were like, oh my God, we love you now. It's like, no. That's why I don't jump on that bandwagon, all those letters. I don't like the alphabet. I'm dyslexic. Fuck that shit. Forward or backwards with a flashlight in my face and my boot above a bumper. You're going to jail. You're damn right you're going talking about me. Sorry, he keeps coming in, you know, intercepting my, shut up, your set is terrible. Fuck you, Donald. Well, they have real tiny eyes. They squint. We like to watch them drive. Obama! You know, he has a twitch when he does Obama's name. You notice that? I think it's funny because Obama's probably the reason why he was like, I'm going to have to run and win, because Obama roasted the fuck out of him. Dude, that was epic roasting. If he was never to be president, he was definitely meant to be a comic. Okay, Obama was the shit. Could handle hecklers better than any comic I've ever seen. I don't care. Like, no, don't throw him out. We'll just hear what he's got to say. It's like, God damn, you're so hot when you talk so nice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Obama is a sexy man to me. He sure is. Well, I don't know. He didn't have to sing for me. I would go right for it. Michelle, I'm sorry. Move. Michelle would whoop my ass, though. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of like Stephanie Cash App. I think if you piss Stephanie off enough, it turns into Stephanie Cash Me Outside. You can see it. I'm like, this mama is not going to fuck around. No one better fuck with her kids or her. But I love her to death. She's awesome. She's one of the first ones I ever saw in Columbus. This is where I started doing comedy. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. Horse racing, sheep fucking, and bourbon. That's what we're known for. Speaking of bourbon, he's definitely sauced on the bourbon. Look at him. It's great. And then back to celebrity lookalikes. I kind of think he looks like Jim Simmons without the plastic surgery. Yeah. He's so cute, though. Love you, Buster. I'm talking about you. He didn't care. You're going to have to replay that back. You're going to listen to it later, little guy. Oh, he's getting naked. I didn't know it was a strip joint. We're doing that Thursday. I'm going to go to the titty bar and hopefully rekindle my love for the vagina, and I know it's not going to happen. Hey, she's a fierce bitch. I know that. Fierce. And oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Dude. Another one of my favorites here in Columbus. Yeah, but we're going to the titty bar. I'm going to pretend like I'm hoping to find some new lease on pussy. If you all ever have a pussy queef in your face, it doesn't matter if it says I'm sorry or, they say I'm sorry. This is what happened to me, okay? I dated one woman, lost a star in the gay community for that reason. I don't get it. I'm like, I need a manual for this whole shit, if you know what I'm saying. Well, you start out at the platinum. That's a Dylan. If you don't know who Dylan is, you look him up. Dylan Bella, fierce little bitch. There's then the platinum drops to gold. because I was born from a vagina. I wasn't C-section. I'm so sorry. I had the choice. God, gays are so fucking annoying. I swear to God, you just don't know what it's like. I have to accept that I'm part of this, but like not the LGs and Bs and the Ts. We were all just queer back in the day. One flag for all of us, okay? Strange. Like the dude who made that flag, seriously, you look it up, he died. The next day, new flags came about. There's a trans flag, bi flag, this guy's flag. There's thinking about that being who you are thing, maybe flag. It's insane. There probably is. There's one with rhinestones and a V cut, and like so. There's a few of them that aren't all straight lines because they had to make their own. They just want to keep separating themselves. It's what we do. But in June, we jump on each other's backs. Like, oh my God, girl, yes, we love lesbians now. June is great. Pride, pride, pride. Oh, June's over. Fuck you, bitch. Your breath smells like pussy. I don't want to be around you. Yeah, I know it's every month, every June. It sucks. I'm sorry. No, it's great. I do like it for a lot of the reasons, but like the new generation of gay are scary as fuck. They're like, what? Oh, I don't know. We're talking about anything. You're talking good things to me. Whisper. Oh, I was like, I didn't know. I was like, I saw a hand. Well, look what you did. You made more. We need you to create tribe people that will continue the tribe. That's what straight people do. No more people. No more. No. Oh yeah, no. We all have to go back to minding our own business. One thing is that's the problem. People don't mind their business. You don't like trans people? Don't get your dick cut off. I'm just saying. Then you won't worry about it. I'm like, oh, you don't like gay people? Then quit being gay. Hate that shit. Hate it. Not in public. Not here again. Not here again. Y'all don't remember. Y'all weren't here that night. So anyway, you think it was my first time here? I would get around. I get around. Let's see. Shit. Oh, so yeah, being the black sheep. Okay. I have ADHD, OCD, PTSD. I don't need to be LGBT. I've already got enough shit. Okay. They're going to add letters and numbers together, eventually being like an Elon Musk like child. I don't know, because he's got a weird naming system for his kids. But yeah, so I can't do it. I'm just queer. But I said I did date a woman. I had sex with a woman. Boom, lost another star. You're going down, queer boy. I'm basically a lesbian in the gay guy's eyes. Like, oh, you're a bronze star? Oh. I mean, but I really think you're come back to me. It's either that star status or the meth mouth. Who knows? You can see it. It's okay. We're working on it. Dentistry is a lot harder when you use Medicaid. Shut up. Don't tell nobody. Sometimes you get away with it. Sometimes you don't. But anyway, dating the woman, had sex with her, came out of a vagina. I'm now a bronze star. I should probably give up the gay at this point because it's not welcomed. Not welcome if you're bronze. I didn't get a manual. There's not a manual for this. But the other thing I did was I tried to perform cunnilingus on the lady. And if you don't know what that is, you're not educated. No, it's the same thing as fellatio, but only on a woman. Fellatio is a blowjob. You're very welcome. Some of them are not going to know. That's why our education is great in this country. And now you know. And the more you know. So yeah, and so I really wanted to give it a shot. She gave me blowjobs a lot, and blowjobs are easier to do. I don't care what nobody says. You're geared to it. They give you carrots that are shaped like that, hot dogs, popsicles, pickles, on and on. Straws are even made in the shape. You have to slip it a little bit. There's nothing out there in the wild that looks like a vagina, and you can practice on it. So it's easier for I think most people to suck a dick, just in my opinion, than get inside and make something like the clitoris scream, shout, or holler, or show up. It's a hard thing to do. I don't know how people do it. That's why it's so complicated. I don't like to do complicated things, and women are already complicated. So the vagina is even more intimidating. You got to knock on the door, give the password, touch this, click that, flip this, bean, coin. I can't deal. I have arthritis. I had it at a young age. Fuck that shit. But I got close enough. It was warm. I could feel the heat. And then a pussy fart. I was 14. I didn't really know what that was. I didn't know it was a queef. And she was supposed to be a virgin too. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you queef, there's been something inside there. I know now because I've bottomed at least once or twice. Not fun. I thought I was gonna get a star back for doing that. You know, stars don't work that way. Stars, not in the gay community. Yeah. So I think it's funny that I have one girl, one vagina. I try to eat it and give it some, cunnilingus, and boom, it immediately lets me know you're not going to be good at this. Get away. Like, back up. No guy's ever done that. That's why I know I'm good at what I do, and I want to thank The Rock for teaching me how to do it. La 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 la. I mean, come on. If you don't know The Rock, yes, The Rock taught us all how to eat pussy, and we don't even thank him for it. Go back and look at those promos. Oh, la la la. Oh, is it? Did you give me light? Yeah, I did. Oh shit. When? Anyway, okay. The light came to me, and it won't ever come from God. Here we go.
All right, keep it going for Sean G. I have your notebook. I'll deliver it just in a moment. Do you want me to even mess around with putting the mic back in the mic stand, or God, making me do work? Okay. I will see what I can do. I'm a bad judge at height. Well, that I understand. Or you can angle it up. I don't fucking know. Whatever. All right, I'm at least in frame, right? I feel like I'm hunching. I'm hunching. All right. Did you see like how I subtly and yes, I emphasized the T. Grabbed, the notebook. That's a pro fucking move if you're, looking out there in digital world. That's how you do pro production. Anyway, we're gonna keep going on. So far, eligible voting, open mic participants are Waterboy, Caleb Burgett, Sean G, and our next performer, who totally understands my philosophy of leaning into the weird. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, because I appreciate it. I mean, fuck, look at me. I'm fucking weird, and I understand that. So please, everybody, welcome to the stage my friend, Alika.
All right, thank you. Well, I'll try. All right. See, hopefully it'll work. I'll put this up here. Thank you. Hello, my name is Alika. And it's funny that you make comments about the microphone. Eric was here last week, and he made fun of me. He basically made fun of me for not being able to use the microphone. And to him, I say, sir, if I looked like I could, had the faintest idea, if I had the faintest idea what I was doing with the microphone, do you think I would be fucking it up this badly every single time? I would not. That's right. I get a lot of helpful advice from folks. And men, two men have now asked, they've said, Alika, have you noticed that when you don't do your weird poetry, you get more laughs? They said, did you notice that? They said. And I said, wait, am I supposed to be noticing things about the audience? And if so, why? Why? Follow-up question. Am I supposed to be making the people laugh? What? This is a disaster. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. That's right. I actually, I lived with my grandparents a lot growing up, and they loved me very, very much. I'd stay with them all summer, almost every summer for many, many years, and I'd live with them other times too. And they loved me very, very much. They also dearly, dearly loved day drinking. They loved their day drinking. So, of course, they put me in acting classes. They put me in an acting camp that was basically all day long. And, before you say to me, Alika, it sounds like your grandparents didn't love you very much at all. You know what?
Obviously, they love me a great deal. Otherwise, they would have had me stay home and watch their day drinking, right? Do the math, right? Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, I told my dad that joke, and he laughed. He actually laughed, and he said, "Oh, that's funny because it's true, Alika." He said, "That's funny because it's true." Well, that's what my dad said. Funny because it's true. And I said, "Well, it's okay. He can say that. He can say that." Yeah, because the statute of limitations on neglect was up a long time ago. Yeah. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My grandparents always took much better care of me than my parents. So. Yes, but they sent me to those acting classes. And the acting classes, they were too good. Turns out they were too good because sometimes now I bomb on stage. They say to me, Alika, we brought you here to do comedy, but you scared and confused the audience. They said, you went full Sam Kinison on them. They said, Alika, you can't go full Sam Kinison. You can't go full Sam Kinison on the audience. They said, not without a warning. They said, you're a woman, and it's jarring because it contrasts so starkly with your normal, calm demeanor. Yeah. And I replied, of course, I'm not good. This is my reply, of course. I'm not good with pop culture. I don't know who that is. Then I said, thank you. Thank you for showing me a picture because now I know who that is. I seem to remember something about that angry, round-faced man. And I say, yes. And now, upon further reflection, I have watched more Sam Kinison, and you are correct. I did go full Sam Kinison on the audience. They were afraid of me, and it did not go well. So, I like to warn everyone first now. It's right. It's right. And I brought this picture just real quick. Because people ask me what happened to my face, and the thing is, yeah, this is an artist rendering. It may have not happened exactly quite like this, but well, you end up with some cactus spines in your face accidentally. People say, they work their way out over time. People say to me things like, Alika, did you try to get them out when they first went in? And I say, what? Should I have tried to get them out? Maybe I would have been better. But yeah, no, look, I tried to get them out. Yes, and people ask things like that, are they growing in there? And I'm like, I don't know, do wood splinters turn into trees, guys? But anyway, this is just my artist rendering here. And I'd like to just go on to say, I now only stay in hotels that give you ears. Thank you. It's not true. I can rarely afford to stay in hotels nice enough to give you ears. Yeah, I've never had a lot of money. Well, the thing is, I have a master's degree in economic anthropology and an almost PhD in economic anthropology. I think we all know what that means. They're the best paying job I've ever had. Best paying job I've ever had. Someone shout it out. Bartender. I didn't hear it. Bartender, of course. That's my master's degree and almost PhD. Of course, best paying job I ever had. Bartender. Close second. Anyone name it? Cocktail waitress, of course. That is correct. So in my life, I don't know, lifeguarding when I think it was Taco Bell. I went to Taco Bell in the 90s. It's sad. All right, so I'm kidding. I was actually teaching middle school, followed by teaching preschool, followed by teaching college classes. But actually, I did do really well in the taco test back a long time ago, a million years ago when I was young. They gave me the taco test. And they said, Alika, you are management material. They said, name your wage. And at the time, minimum wage was 4 something. So I doubled that. And I felt so proud of myself. It's true. I did well on the taco test. It's true. But no, look, in my life, I've owned only 2 cars. The first one was a 1996 Toyota Corolla, but the second one was much fancier. It was a 1999 limited edition Toyota Corolla. Yeah, thank you, yeah. And sometimes people say, Well, you know what? Actually, I dated a guy, and he said to me, Alika, it must be nice to have a car you don't have to worry about fucking up. And this is back when I was driving my 96 Roll. He said, it must be nice to have a car you don't have to worry about fucking up. And at the time, all I thought was break up with him. I already knew I could never have sex with him again, not after what I saw. The lushest, densest, old growth, belly button lint forest. Belly button lint forest. I'd never seen anything like it. I knew I could never have sex with him again. But I was in grad school and I was busy and I got lazy about breaking up with him. But over the years, I've begun to realize, yes, there are maybe some advantages of having a car you don't have to worry about fucking up. So first of all, almost no one's going to ask you for a ride, right? And the only people who do, people just out of rehab. Your friends just out of rehab. And they fall into two categories. Of course, the people who, look, I'm the only one who's not still mad they puked in my car, right? Yeah, those folks. And the folks, the second category of folks who do ask for a ride, just out of rehab, is naturally those who really, really, really need to go to rehab because they do not have any memory of what car I drive. So they do not know how humiliating it is going to be. So I say to them, if you can put your pride in your pocket, you can ride with me. Another advantage I learned recently about having a car, well, at least a Toyota Corolla, compared to my it's not mine. I now borrow from my parents a 2017 C-Max. Yeah, it's sad. And you know what? I love that Corolla because it had a spare tire. It had a spare tire. There's no spare tire in my car. So you're fucked. You just get towed. You just get towed. That's it. What is this? All right, moving on, though, to the advantages of having a car you do not need to worry about fucking up. Almost no one. Wait, I got two more. Can I finish them up and then do my song? All right, so the next one is, of course, hardly anyone's going to ask you to help them move, right? And when they do, you're like, oh, yeah, sure, man, you can use my car. You do know there's like half a foot of water in the trunk, right? It's just sloshing around back there. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. If I had garage money, if I had, 2 to 4 hours in a parking garage money, sure, yeah, there'd probably only be 1 to 4 inches of water back there. And that would make it, a lot less rusty and a lot easier to drain. But you can use, where are you going? You can use my car. Where are you going? Yeah. So, I mean, no one ever asks you to help move, but this is the last one. This is my favorite one, was parking lot prankery. So I would just love to sit in the parking lot, just hope that someone would like ding my car with their door or something. So I'd leap out of my car and I'd say, oh my God, what have you done to my beautiful car? It used to be my pride and joy, but now it's just my joy. Just my joy. And then we'd have a good laugh, right? And it was great until one day this woman, she just starts sobbing. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The police can't find out. My parents can't find out. I don't want this to go on my insurance. Please. I have $300 in the bank. Please, I'll just go to the ATM right now. I'll give it to you. Please don't tell anyone. I felt terrible because she's like sobbing. And she is sobbing. She is freaking the fuck out. I felt terrible. She's like, I'm only 16. And I felt terrible because, I made a child cry. And all I got out of it was $300. Yeah, it's sad. All right, so we're going to end with a song. And here's the thing. I lied to a man in Wisconsin, and now I can never go back to the whole state. I know, right? And I love cheese. It's a tragedy. The man had the nicest, most beautiful, largest cock I'd ever seen. I mean, I've never seen anything like it out of porno. Never seen anything like it out of porno. The man clearly wasted his life on a career he enjoyed or whatever. But I mean, yeah, wasted his life. But there he is. He says to me, Alika, I had such a great time hanging out. Next time we hang out, can I put it in hole 2? And I said, yes. But the thing is, it barely fit in hole 1. It hurt hole 1. And the thing is, I didn't mean to lie to him. It was just wishful thinking. The thing, if only that man were trans, I could go back to Wisconsin. It's like the song says, modular dick gets a best fit. Best fit in both of your holes. Best to buy modular genitals. Adjust the size for both of your holes. Trans men care about your holes. They never buy giant strap-on dildos. They're not gonna do that to you. Trans men care about your clit. They never use too big a dick. That's right. And trans men screw without semen, which keeps you safe from Republican demons. Or euphemism version, trans men's crew ain't got no semen. Keeps you safe from Republican scheming. So this is actually meant, yeah, people think the original lyrics of this song, the right real lyrics were man smart, woman smarter, but it's cis good, trans better, and I'm gonna grab my water. Ever since time began, people been comparing how different dicks fit them. Yeah, some people laugh at that, but those are facts. Those are facts. I didn't say all people. Let her up a little bit more. Dad were always very nice about their music. Let's put cis and trans together, see which one is better. Some say cis, but I say trans. Trans men run the bedroom like a puppet show. It ain't me, the people that say trans folks leading society astray. But I say, in bed today, trans men are better in every way. That's right, trans men are better. Modular dick gets best fit. Modular dick gets best fit. Best fit in both of your holes. That's right. Best to buy modular genitals. Adjust the size for both of your holes. If only that nice man were trans, I'd go back to Wisconsin. That's right. Oh, is that all I get? Trans guys care about your holes. They never buy giant strap-on dildos. If only that man's cock fit in me, I'd go back to Milwaukee. That's right, but ever since time began, people have been comparing how different dicks fit them. But I say in this world today, give it up for the trans man. Trans dudes care about your clit. They never use too big a dick. If that man's Johnson fit in me, I'd eat fresh Wisconsin cheese. But I can't now, I fucked up. I didn't mean to lie, it was just wishful thinking, sir. Before time began, people comparing how different dicks fit them. And I say, in this world today, give it up for the trans man. It ain't me, it's the people that say trans folks lead in society astray. But I say, in bed today, trans men are better in every way. That's right. Modular dick gets best fit. Modular dick gets best fit. Modular dick gets best fit. Best fit in both of your holes. That's tight. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you for tolerating my weirdness. Thank you very much.
Hey, as we like to do here, lean into the fucking weird. Being weird is what makes you unique. So, yeah, I'm gonna definitely always make sure that, you know, we lean into our weird. Because look at me. Hey, look at me. I'm fucking weird as shit. All right. So we are at that point in the evening. I need to throw my phone down because nobody needs to talk to me at this point. All right, Michael, I may need your assistance at the chat. I don't think there's anybody still watching. There might have been one person, and that could be my phone in my pocket. Yeah, you're full of shit. Anyway, hopefully that 20,000 is going to watch the VOD because hopefully Sean Gandhi, you know, from On Card Autographs, you know, hopefully he promotes it and shares it. And, you know, his 10,000 followers on Instagram watch it twice.
Anyway, so we are at the crowning moment of the evening, and I don't mean somebody's giving birth, because that's gonna happen in probably early August. Just full disclosure. So anyway, I do have a gift card in my hand for $25 to this fine establishment, which is Leaping Lizards Bar in Hilliard, Ohio, on Cemetery Road. This was made on behalf of Bailey Digital Media, and once again, I'm gonna cheers him because he is the ultimate patron of the arts. I don't even think I have a beverage. Do I don't have a beverage. Gina, beer me, please. Anyway. Okay. All right. Before I cheers our patron of the arts, Michael has a few last words.
All right, Steve, I don't know who you are, but I want to let you know that I'm on your same page. I have been live streaming like great artists and great musicians from Columbus from here for about 4 years. And we have a special license to do that because in the music industry, it's a big game of money and advertising. And this bar has an advertising license or has an actual broadcast license for music. And so we're like a recording studio for music, and we've been doing it for like 4 years now. We're getting ready to release Lizard Radio and iHeartRadio. But when I learned about the comedy scene in Columbus, and that it's similar to the open mic scene for musicians, right? But like not a lot of bars are doing the comedy thing. So and I got introduced to Buster through another comedian that had come through our open mic, and we had him like host our New Year's party last year with an amazing band. So if you guys aren't familiar with this new alternative media way of broadcasting, we have a lot of talent here and a lot of good broadcasting talent. So you might be visiting the Lizard and have some of our great bourbon and enjoy some of the great dive bar prices of an awesome place. But we also have amazing talent that are coming here to broadcast. And whether it be comedians or live music, whatever night you come here, I want you to know that like you're getting an experience in something that's actually a part of a new alternative media way. In my life, I remember as a musician, you had to have a music contract and some big TV show to get on TV. All these people you see coming here every week, we are doing our best to produce a show on your TV at home on a YouTube channel that's going to give you that same audio quality and video quality to watch live musicians and comedians from Ohio every week. So like that's actually a big deal. And I want you guys to realize what it takes. There's a lot of stuff it takes to actually make that stuff happen. So thank all of you for being a part of it and not just coming to this little dive bar, but being a part of this new era of online media and alternative media and for comedians and for live music. So check out Leaping Lizards on YouTube as well as Bailey Media. Bailey Digital Media and Leap Dash. Just type that into YouTube and you'll find us. Broadcasting live music and live bands from Columbus every Wednesday and Friday night, and amazing comedians every Tuesday night. So thank you guys. And Steve, thank you for being a part of this new era of broadcasting and of supporting artists.
And now that I have a beverage, thanks to the wonderful Gina, the exquisite bartender here at Leaping Lizards, exclusively on, well, maybe not exclusively, but usually on Tuesdays. There was one time you actually enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the show. All right. So we are winding down the evening we are at the crunch time where we are giving away, once again, $25 in a gift card, care of Bailey Digital Media and our executive producer, Steve. All right, real quick, because I finally, got my beverage. Let's cheers to Steve. All right, real quick. Everybody pay attention, please. 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 Because we love Steve here. And I almost tripped over my own microphone. People at the bar, my friends, my supporters. Jay, shut the fuck up and raise a glass. It's right there. All right, raise your glass because, the internet's waiting on Jay. Just, I'm calling you out, brother. Because I love you. All right, on the count of three, we're going to cheers as loud as we can to Steve, our executive producer and patron of the arts. 1, 2, 3. Steve! You too can become an executive producer and sit at these wonderful tables, which you can't see because I'm too lazy to fucking point them to them. But they are right here, right front row stage. But if you're interested, get a hold of me, BaileyDigitalMedia.com. All right, we are at the main event. We have, I believe, 4 eligible contestants. Michael, is this locked on me? Because this is important. I need to make sure. We good? We're green. All right. So we have 4 eligible comedians tonight. And all right, just for fun, I'm gonna go in reverse order. If there's anybody still out there on the internet, just vote now. But I don't think there is. But in the bar, if your vote for the winner of the open mic tonight is our friend of the weird, Alika. Okay. I mean, I appreciate you, but I have a microphone and a gift card and, everything in my hands. But I would have clapped for you. I appreciate you, Alika. I appreciate you. All right. So our next contestant, going in reverse order of appearance tonight. Who's got to vote for Sean G? Okay. I'm sorry, Alika, but that's an early front runner. You did. You actually did. I see you. I do see you. I see you. All right. Continuing on. It was earlier in the night. If you weren't here, I'm sorry, but you can still cheers. Cheers, whatever. Caleb Burgett. Caleb, like half the crowd was not here when you performed. I get it. All right. And then all right. I got you. I almost forgot who fucking started off the evening. But how could I forget the one, the only Waterboy? I almost feel like that fucking vote won it, but okay. So we're really close. We're not really close, but we're close enough that we're gonna get a revote. All right, we're gonna get a revote, and all right. Who gives it up for Waterboy. All right. Now, who gives it up for probably our champion? That's my vote in my head. Sean G. Thank you. You proved it. And I appreciate you coming out tonight. Come up if you want, But you got to be available June 16th for the finals. Do you want to say, woo woo, come check me out, whatever.
What's up, bitches? Woo! This is my first official time being paid for comedy. So thank you, Leap Lizard, which is something that gay men do in the bedroom. But I'm in the contest. Come see me again. What is it, June 19th? June 16th. Not the 19th because that's a big time. Celebrate that too. But come here, celebrate with us, and watch some people do comedy.
All right. We are already connected, so we will definitely schedule some stuff. All right. I appreciate everybody coming out, supporting the comedians, supporting myself, supporting our remote guest. If anybody's into, sports cards, whatever, reach out to me. I can connect you with Sean Gandhi from On Card Autographs. And if you, just want to look at sweet fucking pictures of the dopest professional athletes' signatures on the best cards ever, I recommend giving that dude a follow on Instagram. All right. Without further ado, can I get your assistant, Michael? You know the routine. And I'm going to wish you adieu from Buster Chestnut. I love you. Hit that button.
What up, everybody? Let's go! Flipping through the packs, chasing down that 101, yeah. Searching for the grail till the morning sun comes. Buster! Hit that monster pull, an impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. We hit that monster pull, an impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. Whoa!